Education is the key to a bright future.
In this wonderful occasion where we are celebrating, of course, it's a belated International Day of Girls in ICT. We are so honored to have her here as our guest of honor. Mama, we are so honored to have you. Can we give her a round of applause? Thank you.
This is where our ICT comes in. Why is the focus on girls? May I say girls and women? Girls face many barriers in education. They are caused by cultural norms and practices. Most societies are patrilineal. My mother gave birth to me. I didn't take her surname, but I took my father's. Then eventually I got married. I didn't keep my father's surname. Instead, I took my husband's. Well, that's what we do. Perhaps it's because of the way we were brought up. Somebody has already said that education is a human right. It is all about teaching and learning. It is all about acquiring skills and attitudes. And girls and women are human. Individuals, families, and countries benefit from girls' education. We are aware, as somebody has already said, that educated girls and women are better informed about nutrition, health care. They have fewer children and marry at a later age. We all remember the sad story about a 15-year-old girl who lost her life when she was giving birth. 15. Or incidentally, I come from a family of 10. But I have 3 children. My mother used to say, you know, these nurses had not told us about birth control and what have you. If they had told us, I would have had so and so. That was my sister. Skipped you. And then I would say, but Mama, I'm very nice to you. You should have chosen. I wouldn't have known. But I would have planned my family in that way. Educated girls have the opportunity to undertake jobs which contribute to their communities, their countries, and the world economies. And it is my hope that one day, those children in the oldest suburb in Bulawayo, Mzilikazi, Baba Fields, and all the flats surrounding Mzilikazi will be able to be enrolled for Empower Me First, so that they are empowered and they have a bridge to higher education. Then may I take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates who are graduating today. It's an achievement. Thank you, Director of Ceremonies.
Era of digitization. There are positive and negative impacts which are most likely to be faced by the girl child as they maneuver through this new era. The positive aspects are not limited to increased opportunities of employment, a better knowledge on computer skills, and most importantly, the empowerment of the girl child. However, with the benefits of ICT, there comes along them obstacles which need to be addressed for the safety of our girl child in Africa. Some of those obstacles include cyberbullying, human trafficking, which in turn tend to have dire consequences. There is a need for our girl child to be informed so that they become better people of the society and are able to stand for their rights. It is important to remember that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It begins with you. Thank you.
To celebrate this day with you, the International Day of Girls in ICT. Please allow me to congratulate you first before I say what I have to say. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We understand that we are in the era of COVID-19. And in the era of COVID-19, ICT is important now than ever. We see that the meetings that we used to have, the gatherings that we used to have are now impossible, are now close to impossible. But because of ICT, we can communicate, we can do anything on the internet. So I do urge you to take it seriously, like you have. You have shown that you are serious about it and you are ongoing with it. The COVID-19 pandemic highlights exactly why girls and women need to be empowered to use technology. When women and girls have access to the internet, they have the opportunity to start new businesses. Like I said in the beginning, I am a farmer. And being a farmer and having studied ICT myself, I am able to meet with my customers to sell my products through the internet. And I am also able to find and access education as well as financial services. Now imagine life without ICT. You're locked down, and what would you do without ICT? Technology, especially the internet, provides many benefits in endless supply of knowledge. Allow me again to say congratulations for taking this course. Being a farmer and having studied ICT has helped me to reach out to my clients. And I would say, I see you are on lockdown. How would you reach out to your customers when you have no internet? How would you expand? How would you learn the knowledge of farming when you are on lockdown?
Empowermefirst.college is an idea that came through Bridget, Coach, and of course the late Dr. Anthony Paul. Maybe for some of you who were here sometime around February, you might have met him. Bridget had this wonderful idea the moment we had our first lockdown or our global lockdown. You know, she shared this idea. She said, in Switzerland, when they were hit by Corona, they only had to close the schools for a week. After a week, everything was normal. Students were learning remotely. They were utilizing the digital space. And she thought beyond Switzerland. She thought about kids. She thought about young people who do not have access to education or to quality education because of such events. And that's how empowermefirst.college was founded. Sometime last year, I met Bridget and Dr. Anthony Powell. I'm sure it was around March. They shared this wonderful idea with me. And as they were sharing the idea, it resonated with me. I thought this is a wonderful idea. It's one of the greatest things that we need as developing countries. You know, when they shared the idea, I said, I welcome this. And I know our countries will welcome the idea. So for the entire year 2021, empowermefirst.college has been putting a team together that has been working tirelessly to build up content on our LMS platform. So what is it all about? empowermefirst.college is all about empowering vulnerable groups, school dropouts, those who cannot afford to pay their school fees in order to further their education. So empowermefirst.college offers free online education, and we would love to specify or to emphasize on that it's free online. So our students do not have to pay anything. What is needed from our students is just a gadget, a phone or a laptop. We have our centers where our students can go and access Wi-Fi or data. So in these centers, we also have our coordinators who are there to help our students as they study. So this is one of the concepts that I believe as a developing countries, it has been lacking in our education system. So as developing countries, we have been trying by all means to introduce this concept. And of course, empowermefirst.college said they are coming in to complement the efforts of the government. So from everything that we have been planning as empowermefirst.college, we identified countries where we would do our pilot phase, where we would test our program. And Zimbabwe is one of those countries. And Uganda is also one of the countries where we have set up our centers where we are doing a pilot program. So we've been engaging with the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education so that they can also approve what we are doing. So we've been having a lot of meetings with them, and they've been in Victoria Falls to assess what we've been doing in Victoria Falls. And from what they have seen in Victoria Falls, they've given us a good report. They've said, this is what we need in Zimbabwe. So we have said we want to do a short course on ICT and English skills. And we've got students that are going to be graduating today who have completed their courses on ICT. So this is what empowermefirst.college is all about. And we're going to have our official enrollment in September. So I would love to invite all of you to become our ambassadors, to be there on the communities, raise awareness, tell them about empowermefirst.college, tell them that we are here to change the world, tell them that we are here to empower the youth. This is something that our communities need. Thank you so much.
Empowering the youth to become innovators. Empowering the youth to become self-reliant. To educate the youth is to educate the whole world. And to empower the youth is to empower the nation. I said to educate the youth is to educate the whole world. And to empower the youth is to empower the nation. I said to educate young people is to educate the whole world. To empower the young people is to empower the nation. Empowermefirst.college is here. Please join our hands to empower the youth. Empowermefirst.college is here. Please join our hands to empower the youth. Moving around all over the world. Please join our hands to save the world. Moving around all over the world. Please join our hands to save the world. Save the nations. Empower the youth. Save the world. Empower the young people. Today, there are so many young people who have no access to quality education. It is through our support and donations that we are going to put a smile on their faces and make a difference for their lives. We make education accessible to all in your way, everywhere, anytime, against all odds. So join us together to support this noble cause. So join us together to support this noble cause. Our main aim is to make education accessible to all, regardless of their age, regardless of their gender, regardless of their belief, regardless of their status, regardless of their backgrounds. Oh yeah, come on now, let's support this cause. Come on now, let's support this cause. Yeah, yeah. To educate the youth is to educate the whole world, and to empower the youth is to empower the nation. I said to educate the youth is to educate the whole world, and to empower the youth